Guys, I got in to my dream school, Fashion Institute of Technology. I wasn't expecting to find out this early, and I was hoping to like film my reaction, but I can't redo it and fake a reaction. Like, that's just impossible. But oh my god, I was in bed last night and found out. I got an email. The subject line was literally like, "Congrats, Dia." Like, I had already seen it, so I like could already tell what it was, and I obviously didn't have my camera, and I was just chilling in bed. This was literally 11 p.m. And I just was not expecting to get an email from them at that time. I started flipping out. Oh my god, literally screaming. Probably woke up the entire house. It was just me and my sister awake, but I was like, oh my god, jumping all over the place. And then I ran upstairs to my mom. She literally thought I was like dying because I was like screaming at the top of my lungs. But oh my god. Congrats, Dia. It is my pleasure to offer you a seat in our incoming fall 2020 class. Wow. But I just wanted to pop on and say officially that I am going to college. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay. I've composed myself. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I feel like this video might get some new viewers just because I have never really talked about college on my channel before. However, welcome. That was just me kind of getting my excitement out at the beginning, but we're gonna actually dive right into this video. I really wanted to sit down immediately and talk about this just because I feel like it's the most fresh in my mind, and I'm obviously just really freaking excited because I found out last night that I was accepted into the Fashion Institute of Technology, which has been my dream school since 6th grade. I kid you not. I wanted to work in the fashion industry of some sort since like I was in kindergarten. I just always knew that. But in 6th grade, I discovered the Fashion Institute of Technology. I've visited multiple times. I took their summer camp, which was amazing. And I've just been a diehard fan and have always pictured myself attending this school for years now. The fact that I was accepted and received that email last night, I just can't express my gratitude enough, and I'm just beyond thankful and freaking excited for this amazing opportunity. So thank you, FIT, for believing in my ability. I promise I am going to serve your school. Oh my god, I'm just so excited. But anyways, guys, if you are new here, hello, my name is Dia. Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to my channel if you are new. If you are actually attending FIT already, or if you're going to be, let's connect. I really want to meet some new friends. It's always nice to go into a new environment, having some people that you've already connected with. So let's chat on Instagram. I will have my social media links down below. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to talk about how I got into FIT. I really want to dive into stuff like the essay, other requirements, things that you should do, how you can sell yourself, and stuff like that. Obviously, as my journey goes on and progresses, I will start uploading more videos regarding like dorm life and everything like that. But right now, all I can really talk about is how I got in and how I can encourage you guys to potentially get in if you're interested. And if you're not even interested in going to the Fashion Institute, I do think that there are some good tips for anyone who is applying to colleges eventually. Most of the people my age have likely already applied if you are planning on going to college, but I do think that these tips are going to be helpful for like juniors in high school especially. But yeah, let's dive right in. So first things first, let's talk about how to actually apply to FIT. If you guys did not know, FIT is a Suny school, which means a State University of New York. And what's really cool about these schools is they have a lot of opportunities in terms of financial aid, and they are just relatively more affordable. And it really helps if you're a New York State resident. Obviously, that's not the case for a lot of you, but if you are a New York State resident, definitely look into SUNY schools. But if you are interested in Fashion Institute of Technology, then the fact that it is a SUNY school is definitely ideal. So like that's just like it's clutch, like I can't lie. But the very first step when it comes to applying is to file the Suny application online. Essentially, after you complete this application, you're going to get an email from FIT, and you're actually going to set up like your student account, and this is going to help you keep track of all of your documents and just help you stay on track and keep you in the know of your application progress. I will obviously link FIT's website down below to this actual admissions process if you're interested, so check that out if you want to read closely on the specifics. But after you've submitted that online application, the second thing you're going to do is submit your supplemental admissions materials, is what they call it. Every student has to submit their school transcripts. That's clearly and obvious. They need to know how you did in school and be in the know of your grades. Submit your school transcripts. You're going to have to talk to your school counselor. Next, every single student must submit an admissions essay. Now, I applied for the fashion business management major, so I only had to submit an essay. Other majors have to also submit a portfolio, and that's more so like the design, interior design, photography type of majors that have to submit obviously their work. That makes perfect sense. But for someone like me, a business major, I don't necessarily have to do that. So the essay is crucial, and it's really my only way, along with my transcripts, to really sell myself. And that's why I think the essay is the most important part. Now, I'm reading on their website right here, but they ask that your essay includes what makes you a perfect candidate for FIT, why are you interested in the major you are applying to. The essay should tell us more about your experiences, activities, and accomplishments. And the hard part is that it can't be more than 750 words. It might sound like a lot, but it's really not that much. My essay was maybe a page and a half max, maybe 2, but those are the requirements for your essay. So they're pretty broad questions. You can do a lot with them, but the very first question, what makes you a perfect candidate for FIT, that is essentially saying sell yourself, brag about yourself, tell us why you deserve to go here, and that is the most important part. Now, I'm actually pulling up my essay to talk about some of the things that you can include in yours. I'm not going to read mine because I think that's a little too much, but I'm definitely going to pull bits and pieces that I can share with you guys just to give you some insight on how I kind of organized my essay and the types of things that I included that definitely helped me sell my case. So very first thing, brag about yourself. Make a list of all of your accomplishments, your experiences, any internships you've had, any jobs you've had, any reason that makes you qualified for this school. Obviously, try to hone in on fashion related experiences. However, there are many other experiences that definitely play a role, whether that's like community service or any leadership opportunities that you've had. Those obviously contribute to your character, but if you do have fashion related experiences, that is definitely going to help you stand out. I myself ran the fashion club throughout high school. I still do. And I put on 2 fashion shows so far, and I talked a lot about that in my essay. I'll pull a piece right now. I said, I have an innovative spirit, and as a freshman at Brockport High School, chartered a fashion club of which I am currently the president. I continue to discuss the work that went behind actually starting that club, the communication skills, the leadership skills that it required, and just kind of not only bragged about the fact that it was a fashion related accomplishment, but also the hard work that went behind it that contributes to my character at large. And then further down in the essay, I talked about the fashion show. Now I said, the fashion club currently in its 4th year of operation continues to grow its membership base and school presence. However, its premier event is an annual fashion show. My vision for our show is to provide an inclusive event that facilitates a partnership between the student population, local businesses, and the community, with fashion as the mutual common ground. And I really think that piece of it just includes the hard work that goes behind it, but also the intention behind that event. So definitely hype yourself up, include all of your experiences, anything that is relevant in regards to why you are a perfect candidate to attend FIT. They also ask you to address what makes you the perfect candidate for this major that you want to pursue. Now, I wanted to go into the fashion business management, aka FBM, and I talk all about why I am suited for this major. I talked about how I worked in retail, and that kind of gave me a little background to how stores operate. I talked about how I attended the Fashion Institute of Technology summer program. I actually did the week in a life of a fashion merchant. So we went behind the scenes to stores, learned all about fashion merchandising. Those are 2 very big ones. And then I also talked about how with the fashion show, the goal behind it was to raise money for charity, and the work that it took to actually organize that event and work with stores, hire models and whatnot. So all of those things definitely can kind of correlate into that fashion business management major and what it stands for. So definitely kind of cater the experiences that kind of apply to your major and break them down and dive deeper into them. Talk about why they kind of represent you being qualified for that major, just like I did with things like the fashion show and my employment experience and whatnot. I said, my employment has strengthened my interest in the business of fashion and fueled my decision to enroll in business courses at my high school. So I also talked about actually taking business courses, so that's a good tip. I also talked a lot about my working with brands on Instagram, because I do feel like that is kind of an emerging topic in the fashion industry, actually, like social media marketing and branding and whatnot, and I have had the experience to do paid campaigns with brands, so that also I feel like kind of contributes to my experience. I also discussed my YouTube channel and just like my Instagram platform at large. So if you are someone that is an influencer or you have experience promoting brands, or even just like if you have like a fashion blog or you just put cute outfits and style yourself and do stuff like that, put it in the essay. And if you really want to sell them, leave a direct link to your Instagram page to your YouTube channel if you have one. So I left a link to my Instagram page, and secondly, I left a link to a video that was created of my fashion show last year. So likely, if they had the time, they clicked on that link and were able to view my Instagram page, watch that 10-minute fashion show video that kind of summed up the event, and just get a sense of who I am and how hard I've worked. So if you have like actual proof of who you are and your experiences, freaking include it. I literally, when I went to their orientation, they said, include links if you can, we will look at them. And I really am hoping that they looked at them. Even if they don't get a chance to look at those links, like they're still in the essay and they can believe like, okay, this person has proof, like, yes, you did put on a fashion show, you are a style blogger or whatnot. To sum it all up for the essay, really sell yourself. Do not talk about why you want to live in New York City or why fashion is a dream of yours. Like, yes, that's okay to an extent. Maybe talk about that a little bit, but don't let the entire essay be super like wishy-washy, like, oh, I've always wanted to work in fashion, blah, blah, blah. I love New York City. It's meant to be. Don't like make that the entire essay. Instead, back yourself up, give them reasons and evidence and experience why you deserve to go to that college. Don't talk about why you want to go to the school, talk about what you've done that qualifies you to go to that school. That's really the main thing with the essay. Make it basically a chunk of proof why you deserve to go. So that's the essay. If you have any questions or if you even want someone to review it, I would be happy to look at it. I do think that I am a good writer myself. So if you need help or anything like that, let me know. I'd be happy to get in touch over Instagram or email or whatnot. I'll have everything linked down below. But the next thing I want to talk about is SATs/ACTs. If you've already done your research on FIT, they do not require these exam scores. Even though they do not require it, I do think that it's important to at least sign up, take it one time. If you don't get the most amazing score, it's not the end of the world, but the sole fact that you actually made the effort to sit down and take that exam does, I believe, show them that you took that extra step. And maybe if they're looking at two possible candidates and they can't really decide who they want to accept and who they aren't going to accept, maybe the person that took their SAT versus the person that didn't will instead get accepted because they took that extra step. I'm not saying you need to get like a 1500 to get into the school. You don't even need to take it at all necessarily, but I will say that I'm very happy that I did because I do think it's one of those things that will help continue to set you apart. But enough about actually applying. I want to talk about what are things that you can do to actually prepare yourself, because of course writing an essay is one thing, but the most important part is doing the things that you will eventually write about to sell yourself. It's super important to, number one, get involved in high school, put yourself out there, and just really start to gather a cohort of skills and experience that are going to qualify you. Now, this doesn't just happen in a week. It takes a year, several years. For me, the majority of my high school career, I started the fashion club at my school freshman year. I did 2 fashion shows sophomore and junior year. I worked throughout high school. I worked with brands via Instagram and YouTube over high school. And I recently launched a business and whatnot. So like stuff like that are things that I've worked for over several years, and it's definitely not going to come in a day. So I really want to stress this, especially if you're someone who's looking to apply to any school. Like, they want to know that you've done the work, that you've prepared yourself and provided yourself with the experience to actually attend this school, because they're really going to look at who has done the work, who is actually ready for this opportunity. So definitely prioritize, especially if you're in like your freshman, sophomore, junior year, like there's still time to gain experience. Definitely put yourself out there and try to do that. Whether it's like taking on an officer role in a school club, or participating in community service, or doing something in the fashion industry. If you can land an internship with a company, or getting a job at a retail facility, anything like that that you think is going to add to your set of skills, definitely do it. Don't mess around with it. Maybe you want to start a blog online, something that is definitely going to contribute to the fashion world overall. Now, obviously make sure it's something that you thoroughly enjoy and love, and things that you can passionately write about in your essay when you try to sell yourself. Another tip that I have is to get in touch with FIT students that are currently attending the school. Now, I did this all last summer. I reached out to like 3 girls who were attending FIT, people who were either already there or people that were going to be attending that following fall. And I essentially asked them all of my questions. I was like, do you have any tips on the essay? Do you have any overall like advice that you could give me regarding the application process? Ask them. Because they know what's up, they went through it, they did the work and got accepted. So use your resources. I can obviously talk to you guys one-on-one, but I highly recommend talking to people that already go there too. You can literally search hashtags on Instagram and find students that go there. Take advantage of the social media platforms that we have and get in touch with people and ask them all the questions, pick their brain, get informed. All right, guys, so those are the majority of my tips right now. I will definitely do update videos, but that is really what I wanted to talk about in terms of applying to FIT and doing what you can to qualify yourself, because it is a really competitive school. They are looking for the best of the best. They're looking for people that show up, the people that have put themselves out there, and the people who really want this and have done the work to show them that. Again, like I said, if you want to get in touch and talk about it more, message me on Instagram. And if you are accepted to FIT, let's talk. I really want to meet some new friends and just go into this college experience knowing that I have some people there for me and people that I can support each other and that they can support me. So let's get in touch. Well guys, that wraps up today's video. I know it was kind of different for my current viewers. I never talk about college, but I really wanted to just pop on and give my input. But yeah, that wraps up today's video. I will leave my social media links along with my previous video in the description bar, so check those out when you're done. And I love you guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.